sidewalk behind them. "Watch your feet, girl. Don't bump into no nickel feeders. Be cool. Don't call no attention to yourself." The two dark-haired women turned into the parking lot of the Osco drugstore and disappeared inside. The woman in the jean jacket, skimpy tank top, and tight jeans leaned her backside against the corner of the store and fished out a nearly flat pack of cigarettes. She had to clutch the hidden paper bag with her elbow in order to light the cigarette with both hands. The long, flat object inside the bag made her feel confident. She wouldn't have to use it. Just scare them. No problem. The cigarette had burned only halfway when the pair came out of the store, but the woman flipped it into the street. So what if it was her last cigarette? She'd get some smack and a whole carton. Come right back here to this store and buy a carton straight up. Or die. Didn't really matter. She knew she couldn't keep this up. Hooked on 4 habits. She'd tried to kick the heroin, signed up for that methadone program at the hospital. Yet all she'd done was pick up another habit. Most days she did all 4. A handful of Valium washed down with vodka, a trip to the hospital for a slug of methadone, then back out in the hood to roll some sucker for money to pay for a bag of smack. But none of it was keeping her from sliding deeper and deeper into that big black hole. It was going to come down on her one of these days. Maybe today. She let the pair get several yards down the sidewalk before pushing off from the store wall to follow. She'd only taken a few steps when a loud voice behind her yelled, "Hashi! Hashi, Takahashi, wait up!" The mark, the young, tall one, turned and looked straight past her, a smile lighting up her long face. The watcher swore under her breath. She couldn't stop now. She had to keep walking right past the 2 women who had now both turned back toward the running feet and yelling voice behind her. Why had she thrown the cigarette pack away? She needed something, some excuse to stop, to keep an eye on her mark. Desperation bubbled up in her throat. This had to work, or it would go down badly. Her shoe. She'd retie the brand new Nikes she'd lifted right under the nose of that stupid clerk at Foot Locker. She bent, untied one shoe, pulled it off, and shook out an imaginary piece of grit, rubbing the bottom of her bare foot, and tipping her head slightly so she could keep the trio in her line of vision. Best thing about wraparound shades? You could watch people, and they didn't know you were looking. A black woman, small-boned, beaming, had joined the 2 Asian women, and the tall one was introducing the newcomer to the older woman. "You Hashi's mama?" said the newcomer, pumping the woman's hand. The older woman smiled tightly, pulled her hand away, and nodded politely. Now they were walking again, right toward the woman bent over her shoe. "Ain't this the bomb?" the newcomer crowed as the trio drew near, absently skirted the bent figure, and then passed on. "Yada yada going to be blessed out of their socks to meet your mama. You just get off the southbound? I just rode up on the northbound. Had to stand the whole way. On a Sunday evening, too." She laughed, a crown of tight coppery curls bouncing on top of her head. "Well, that's what happens on holiday weekends. So glad I ran into somebody from yada yada. Don't have to walk by myself." The woman behind them straightened and swore again under her breath. Taking on 3 wasn't going to be so easy. The 2 foreigners, they'd give it up like melted butter. But this new one looked street smart. It was too late to wait for another mark. She knew they had money on them. 2 or 3, didn't matter. It was do or die. Chapter 1. I bolted upright in the bed, soaked in sweat. That face, caught in my headlights, eyes round with fear, an eternal second. My thudding heart gradually slowed as the bedroom, bathed in early morning light, came into focus. I lay back down, begging the hands on the bedside clock to move because I did not want to close my eyes again. Denny stirred on the wrinkled sheets beside me and cracked his eyes open mere inches from my face. "You okay, Jodi?" he murmured, slinging a heavy arm over my body and pulling me close. He kissed the back of my neck. "Happy anniversary, babe." Then he roused on one arm. "Gonna be a hot one, I guess. You're sweaty already." I said nothing. The nightmare was still lurking beneath the surface, threatening to yank me back into its dark embrace.